Hello YouTube world, what's up? I hope you guys are having a good start to your week already. It's Monday and this week is feeling promising, full of potential, full of energy. I can feel it and I hope you guys have a great week. Topic of today's video is reinvention, or more specifically reinventing yourself. I want to talk about why I think it's really important to keep that idea in your mind and always have the option to reinvent yourself, or at least always consider the option to reinvent yourself. Some people kind of like to look back maybe once a quarter or once a year and reevaluate where they're at in life. And this is a great opportunity for you to think about, what are the other options that I have in order to get to the ultimate goals that I have. I think reinvention is incredibly important because it reinstills in your mind this idea of potential and how much potential you have. The more you dive down one particular path and become a specialist, it's true that the rewards start to get a little bit better and bigger for you. However, it does take away from some of the other branches that you could be taking. Then the argument becomes, commitment versus becoming a generalist. But the advantage of becoming a generalist is that you are always able to think about ways you can maximize your potential. And I think that's the key thing, is that when you're considering reinventing yourself, consider your potential and consider how you can get to it. And I think that this is a great opportunity for you to think about that and to figure that part out. Now, I'm not saying reinvention is easy. In fact, it's pretty difficult because you're essentially taking a risk. When you've worked so far down one particular path, it's more difficult for you to then kind of take all of that back and then start down a new path where you might not know what you're doing, you might not know or as much as your previous situation. You go back to being a noob, and maybe that's not something that you want to do necessarily, or it's risky and scary for you. It's definitely scary for me at times. But I think you'll find that if you weigh the cost versus the benefits, you realize that taking that risk could be the best thing that you've ever done. I'm also not suggesting that, every time you reach a hurdle or it's an opportunity for you to kind of look back, then you do completely reinvent yourself. I'm saying take that risk when it makes sense to. When there's a greater reward out there for you than, the one that is at the end of the path that you're looking for, perhaps it makes sense for you to kind of evaluate this new path and see where it might take you. Those of you who know me know that I'm not that afraid of risk. I'm willing to take it. Sometimes that has gotten me in trouble, but it's definitely gotten me way more rewards than it's gotten me trouble. That was a weird way to say that, but yeah, even though sometimes things might seem unsure when you're actually taking the risk, the benefit at the end of the road is almost always worth it. So I hope that you guys take this message with you into the week. Consider opportunities where you might be able to reinvent yourself. Maybe it's that hobby that you always wanted to pick up back in the day, but you never found the time to. Or maybe it's a whole big change, like a career path or where you're living. But take that opportunity, consider it, and if it's a risky situation, do a quick cost to benefit analysis, and you might find that you might be better off on the other side. So, and with that, guys, I'm going to continue on my walk. And I'm sending mad positive vibes your way. Of course, like and subscribe if you like the content. I'll be dropping more and more videos like this from my private property location in the near future. Have a good one, guys. Thanks for listening.